The next question. Impurifying a copper rod containing impurities. Impurities of platinum, magnesium, iron, and gold. نفتكر كده during purification of copper. The impure copper connected to positive electrode of electrolytic cell and act as anode at which oxidation process occurs. Impure copper consists mainly of copper and impurities. Impurities: platinum, gold, magnesium, and iron. سؤاله which of the following exists in the solution? Impurities in copper can be classified into more active impurities, less active impurities. Less active impurities. More active impurities with a high oxidation potential above hydrogen that easily oxidize and dissolve in a solution in form of ions. While the less active impurities which have low oxidation potential, difficult to oxidize but precipitate below anodes. في الامبيوريتيز بتوعنا magnesium iron from more active that easily oxidized and dissolve in a solution in form of ions with copper ions dissolve in a solution. While gold and the platinum less active, difficult to be oxidized but precipitate below anode. هو بيسأل على ايه؟ Which of the following exists in the solution? In the solution اللي هيبقى موجود copper, iron and gold. لا، الموجود في السوليوشن copper ions, iron ions and magnesium ions, not copper, iron and magnesium. Okay. Platinum, gold, difficult to oxidize and precipitate. يبقى الكوريكت انسر بتاعتنا B. The next question. Fuel cell and mercury cell are important primary cells. Which of the following the similarity between fuel cell and mercury cell? They need storing energy, or they require an external fuel supply. الفيول سيل هي اللي محتاجة external fuel supply، إنما الميركوري cell contain أو store chemical energy in form of chemical substances. Their electromotive force مش فاكرين. The electrolyte in both of them. In fuel cell electrolyte KOH، mercury cell KOH. يبقى الاتنين فعلا similar in the type of electrolyte، والاتنين بنقول عليهم من البيزك batteries. As the electrolyte is a basic electrolyte. أو بنقول عليها alkaline batteries. The next question: study the following aliphatic organic compounds and then answer. ندرس الأول وبعدين answer. C6H14O6 CN H2N plus 2 general formula of alkanes. معاها O بقى مونو هيدريك الكحول. CN H2N plus 2 O2 الكين بأوهتين يبقى داي هيدريك الكحول. الكين general molecular formula of alkane O3 تراي هيدريك الكحول. يعني الكين مع O يبقى الكحول، واحدة مونو هيدريك، 2 داي هيدريك الكحول، 3 تراي هيدريك الكحول. CN H2N plus 2 ON يعني number of oxygen atoms equal number of carbon atoms poly hydric alcohol اللي هو السوربيتول. افتكرنا general molecular formula of alcohols. Let's study the following compounds. C6H14O6 CnH2n plus 2O6 sorbitol. sorbitol. C3H8O3 CnH2n plus 2 O3 glycerol contains 3 polar hydroxyl groups. CnH2n plus 2 O2 ethylene glycol. C3H8O monohydric alcohol propanol. Maybe 1 propanol or 2 propanol. Molecular formula not enough to express the organic compound. Which of the following is correct? All of its choices comparison between boiling point of different kind of alcohols. Let's arrange them according to their boiling point. Boiling point increases by increasing number of polar groups. All of them contain polar hydroxyl groups. As the polar hydroxyl groups increase, the ability of the molecule to form hydrogen bonds increases and its boiling point increase. Solubility in water increase. يبقى عايزين نرتبهم according to their boiling points بالترتيب كده. The highest boiling point sorbitol as it has 6 hydroxyl group. Glycerol contains 3 only. Ethylene glycol contains 2 while propanol contains 1 hydroxyl group. As the number of hydroxyl groups decrease, solubility decrease and boiling point decrease. Which of the following is correct? Compound A, lower boiling point. A lower boiling point, the highest boiling point. Wrong. Compound B, higher boiling point than D. B, higher boiling point than D. And C, boiling point than D. higher boiling point than D. higher boiling point than C. ما احنا مرتبينهم اهو. جليسرول. يبقى B is the correct answer. C, compound C, lower boiling point than D. هو lower؟ لا higher boiling point. Wrong. Compound D, propanol 1 hydroxyl group is higher boiling point than مش higher than حد. ده هو the lowest boiling point. يبقى correct answer بتاعتنا B. The next question. Which of the following compounds is an example of aliphatic acid amide? Amide group C, double bond O, NH2. Amide group. If it combined with alkyl radical forming aliphatic acid amide. If it combined with aryl radical forming aromatic acid amide. هو عايز aliphatic acid amide. Amide group connected to alkyl radical forming aliphatic acid amide. The correct answer D. The next question. When connecting the terminal of lead acid battery to an external DC source, يبقى احنا كده بنعمل recharging with a slightly higher voltage than its EMF. طالما موصلها ب external source higher EMF يبقى بنعمل recharging. Which of the following is correct? It transforms from galvanic cell into an electrolytic cell. تمام. During discharging, lead acid battery act as a galvanic cell, while during recharging act as electrolytic cell, and all of reactions reversed. And the pH increase, wrong. pH value decreases. Then the concentration of sulfuric acid increase, wrong. It transforms from electrolytic, wrong. Transforms from electrolytic, wrong. هي أصلا galvanic. Transfers from galvanic cell into an electrolytic cell and the pH value decrease. Correct answer. D is a correct answer. The next question. In the electrolytic cell, used to plate copper metal with a layer of gold. عشان نعمل plating of an object with another metal. An object connected to negative pole of external source of electricity to act as cathode, at which reduction process occurs and metal precipitate on it, while anode from the metal that we want to coat metal by it. هنا عايزين نعمل ايه؟ عايزين نعمل plating of copper with gold. So anode, positive electrode, is gold anode. While the metal connected to negative electrode and act as cathode, solution contain gold ions. All of the choices are correct except connecting the metal to negative pole of the DC power source. صح. The concentration of gold ions in the solution gradually decreases due to reduction. Wrong. As a concentration of gold ions in the solution remains constant, unchanged, because the ions precipitate at cathode compensated by the same amount of atoms dissolved in the solution in form of ions. الماس اللي بتزيد at cathode equal the decrease in mass of gold at anode. So the concentration of ions in the solution remains constant. Wrong. All of the following correct except gold act as a reducing agent. Gold oxidized and act as a reducing agent. While gold ions act as an oxidizing agent, gold ions reduced and act as oxidizing agent. Correct. The loss in the mass of gold equal the gain in the mass of the metal. صح. اللي بيدوب من هنا بيترسب هنا. يبقى all of them are correct except B. The next question. 2NO2. 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide combined together forming nitrogen tetraoxide gas. Reddish brown, colorless. Kb equals 7.13. At equilibrium, the partial pressure of NO2, 0.15 atmospheric pressure. Then the partial pressure of N2O4, Kb, equilibrium constant. For this equilibrium equal concentration or pressure of N2O4 power 1 divide pressure of NO2 gas power 2. Kb given. Pressure of NO2 given 0.15. Easy to calculate partial pressure of nitrogen tetraoxide. احسبها معايا وتأكد ان الكوريكت انسر بتاعتنا A 0.16 atmospheric pressure. The next question. When adding drops of potassium hydroxide solution to pure water, which of the following is correct? Concentration of hydrogen ions increase, Kw increase. طيب, let's remember ionization of water, HOH. That a very weak electrolyte, H positive or hydronium ion and hydroxide negative ions. In distilled water, concentration of H positive equal concentration of OH negative, so water has a neutral effect on litmus. What happened when adding potassium hydroxide? By adding potassium hydroxide, KOH, potassium hydroxide, strong base, concentration of hydroxide ions increase. While Kw, ionic product of water that equal 10 power negative 14 at standard conditions, temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Kw constant at a constant temperature. When adding KOH, concentration of OH negative ions increase and water become alkali. And BOH decrease while BH value increase. So the concentration of hydrogen ions increase and Kw increase, Kw constant at a constant temperature. The value of BOH increase لسه قايلين ده بقى basic solution. basic solution يعني ال pH increase while pH decrease. wrong. The concentration of hydroxide ions increase, of course, and the Kw increase, Kw constant. The value of pH value increase and the Kw constant. Correct answer. So the correct answer D. The next question, study the following organic compounds. Let's study the following compounds. Molecular formula of 3 organic compounds A, B, and C. Molecular formula C7H6O2 represents benzoic acid C6, 7th carbon atom, 2 oxygen atoms, hydrogen atom, benzoic acid. C8H6O4 molecular formula of a di-basic aromatic acid. Phthalic acid COOH or tear phthalic acid isomers. C7H6O3 salicylic acid, very important acid. Hydroxylic aromatic acid used in preparation of aspirin amruch oil. Which of the following is correct? Compound A, benzoic acid, one of its salts is used as a preservative substance for food. Salt of benzoic acid, sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate prevent the growth of fungi, so it used as a preservation substance for food. يبقى لغاية هنا كده صح. Compound B used in production of dacron fiber. Compound B, terphthalic acid, used in manufacture or production of dacron fiber. Dacron fiber prepared from dibasic acid with dihydric alcohol. Terphthalic acid and ethylene glycol used in production of dacron fiber. Option A is correct. بسرعة بقى. Compound A used in production of bakelite. Wrong. bakelite phenol. Wrong. مش هنكملها. Compound B used in production of industrial detergents. Wrong. Compound C, salicylic acid, is used in production of crude oil. صح. Compound B used in production of explosive substance. Compound B used in manufacture of explosive substance. Wrong. احنا عندنا 3 explosive substances. Polynitro compounds. TNT, trinitrotoluene, trinitroglycerol, trinitrophenol picric acid. ده مش واحد منهم. يبقى correct answer A. The next question. Which of the following chemical processes are required for obtain TNT from natural gas? TNT, trinitrotoluene. NO2, NO2, NO2. 2,4,6 trinitrotoluene. How to obtain TNT from natural gas? Natural gas which is methane. نفكر دايما باللي احنا عايزينه الاول ونحاول نقربهم لبعض. To obtain or to prepare trinitrotoluene لازم يكون معايا تولوين. الاول اجيب الاول تولوين وبعدين اعمل له نيتريشن. تولوين prepared from benzene by alkylation, Friedel-Crafts reaction. Benzene prepared by 4 methods, 2 of them from aliphatic, normal hexane and ethyne, and 2 aromatic from sodium benzoate and phenol. احنا عايزين نبدأ بإيه؟ ميثين. ميثين تقدر تجيب منه صوديوم بنزوات ولا فينول ولا ايثاين؟ ايثاين. باي heating, fast heating, fast cooling, give ethyne, cyclic polymerization by passing it in a red hot nickel tube, or trimerization forming benzene, alkylation Friedel-Crafts give toluene, nitration give trinitrotoluene. Strong heating and rapid quenching, the first step. Then alkylation, wrong. الأول أجيب إيثاين وبعدين أعمل له cyclic polymerization. Strong heating and rapid cooling, then trimerization, then alkylation, then nitration. ما ده اللي احنا عملناه. يبقى الكوريكت انسر بتاعنا B. The next question. Based on the following that X 2 positive plus 2 electrons X. Reduction potential Y oxidized and the standard electrical potential negative 0.23. معايا 2 elements X Y. Oxidation potential for both of them. Reduction potential, so oxidation potential of X 0.41. Y. Given oxidation potential, وانا عايز الاكسيديشن potential negative 0.23 فولت. دول كده الاكسيديشن potentials. Which of the following represents the reaction? أول ما يديني equation reaction أول حاجة نحددها مين anode مين cathode. In the given equation X oxidized from 0 to positive 2, so X act as anode. Y to positive reduced from 2 positive to 0, so Y act as cathode. Which of the following is correct? This reaction is a non-spontaneous to determine. If the reaction is spontaneous or non-spontaneous, calculate EMF. Let's calculate electromotive force of this reaction. Oxidation potential of anode. Oxidation potential of anode 0.41 minus oxidation potential of cathode. Oxidation potential of cathode negative 0.23. Summation give positive value. Positive value equation represents spontaneous reaction. Spontaneous and the mass of electrode X decrease. Electrode X act as anode, oxidized, dissolved, corroded. Correct answer. So the correct answer is C.